Kim Jong-un has threatened to use nuclear weapons without hesitation if attacked by the South and ally the United States, North Korean state media has reported. Relations between the two Koreas are at one of their lowest points in decades, with Seoul this week staging a military parade where it showcased its bunker-busting monster missile. President Yoon Suk-yeol warned Kim that using nukes would mean the end of his regime because the dictator would face the resolute and overwhelming response of the South Korean-US alliance. Pyongyang has also been bombarding the South with balloons carrying bags of trash, and a fresh flurry was seen floating over Seoul early on Friday. Seoul's military confirmed it had detected the balloon launches overnight. If an enemy's forces were encroaching upon the sovereignty of the North, Pyongyang would use without hesitation all the offensive forces it has possessed, including nuclear weapons, Kim said, according to the Korean Central News Agency. Images in state media showed Kim, clad in his customary leather jacket, speaking at a training event for Special Operations Forces. There, he slammed Yoon for his end-of-regime comments and clamoring about his country's alliance with the United States. Seoul, which does not have nuclear weapons of its own, is covered by the U.S. nuclear umbrella, and Washington has stationed tens of thousands of troops in the country since the Korean War ended in 1953 without a peace treaty. Kim said it was Seoul and Washington who were destroying regional security and peace, KCNA reported, while branding South Korea's leader an abnormal man. On Tuesday, fighter jets flew over downtown Seoul and tanks rolled through the streets as South Korea displayed for the first time its largest ballistic missile, the Hyunmoo-5, which is capable of destroying underground bunkers. An American B-1B heavy bomber also staged a flyover of the ceremony early Tuesday, flanked by F-15K jets. Washington periodically deploys nuclear assets to the Korean peninsula, underscoring its protection of the South from Pyongyang's growing threats. At the event marking South Korea's Armed Forces Day, Yoon said that if the North attempts to use nuclear weapons, it will face the resolute and overwhelming response of our military and the U.S. and Republic of Korea alliance. That day will be the end of the North Korean regime, he added. North Korea is expected to scrap a landmark inter-Korean agreement signed in 1991 at a parliamentary meeting next week, Seoul's Unification Ministry said Wednesday, as part of Kim's drive to officially define the South as an enemy state. Earlier this year, Kim called to remove unification-related clauses from the Constitution, while abolishing agencies dedicated to improving ties with the South. Last month, the North also disclosed images of a uranium enrichment facility for the first time, showing leader Kim touring the site as he called for more centrifuges to boost the country's nuclear arsenal. South Korea's spy agency later said the unprecedented disclosure was directed at the U.S. and that North Korea was believed capable of producing a double-digit number of nuclear weapons. Last week, a lawmaker told reporters that the National Intelligence Service had warned the North might carry out another nuclear test, its seventh, after the U.S. elections in November.